I think a young person who wants to start out and get into the scene, you got to start with a cheap car, an inexpensive car that has inexpensive parts, something that's easy to fix.
Start off with the lower horsepower cars, such as a Corolla. You learn the most basic fundamentals of drifting in the lower horsepower car anyway, so I think anyone who can master a Corolla can drive any other car out there.
Just go out there and have a go, take plenty of tyres and have a play, because it's all about knowing your car, knowing what's going to happen, and you can only learn that through experience.
When you go to the racetrack, I mean, you don't have to be intimidated. You go out there with your car, with your street tires, at your pace. It's at your pace. It's not at anyone else's pace. So it's literally as fast as you want to go and as competitive as you want to be, it's up to you.
You can even compare it to video games. It's like getting a new video game, knowing that you want to be the first one to get to the end or pass a certain level or whatever it is and compete with your friends, and just totally being in focus of that situation. It takes you into a different world, you know, and you're in more control in that world.
I think in terms of where Need for Speed is taking the franchise with ProStreet, they're right on the money with it because they're moving into more of the high-level events as opposed to the illicit, illegal, nighttime drifting, time attack, street racing type of elements.
Need for Speed ProStreet allows the player to play some of the most aspirational cars inside of the street racing scene, build them out the way they want, create the car that they want to drive, and then go and race it all around the world.
You're seeing the more glamorous cars, the more glamorous driving scenarios, the tracks, cars drifting around tracks at speed.
Honestly, I was tripping out at how authentic and realistic it is. I mean, I'm looking at Ebisu circuit. Whoa, man, it's so realistic. Everything down to the K-rails, to the signage, the marks on the pavement, all the cars.
I think if you look at the history of the Need for Speed franchise, you could see that it's actually grown with the tuner culture, and it not only mimics, but it is very much a part of it. Now, with looking at the ProStreet game, the types of tuners that are in the game have actually been influenced by the aftermarket culture, and the new people that are coming into this are going to be introduced to these tuners through the game, so it's very much a part of the tuner culture. Titling the game ProStreet, it has a very actual appropriate connotation for what we're doing here. Not to be too cliche, but you could say that you could take the racer out of the street, but you can't take the street out of the racer. An entire industry was spawned from the street racing scene.
This car would kick butt in Need for Speed. This car right here.
Well, not only does it kick butt, but I mean, you'd be happy seeing it do it too.
I would be pretty happy.
You know, if you're any kind of a car fan, or if you've played Need for Speed, you've seen this, you want it, you want to see it, but then you get to see that in reality on a racetrack and dicing it up with other cars that you've seen in a video game, Vipers, Porsches, RX-7s. I mean, we're living the dream.
This is a video game come to life right here.
We're living the dream. Come out and enjoy it with us.
I do think that this form of youth automotive culture is going to be the wave of the future.
Now, granted, we haven't had 50 years of experience out there to really, you know, brand what we do and establish a following. But if you look at how fast it's happening, it's awesome.
You know, in Europe, they're going crazy over it right now. And in South America, New Zealand, Australia, Southeast Asia, it's here to stay, this type of racing, definitely.
If I can help usher in the next generation of racers, tuners, builders, fans, that's what it's all about. I like to see those three disciplines at every event together, and just the whole culture as one all the time. Because if the whole culture is one all the time, we'll have strength unlike any other form of motorsports.
I really feel that as the sport grows and lives, it's just going to blow up, and you know, there's nothing like it. And it's plain and simple, it's absolutely amazing.
You know, I think they should turn drifting into WWF of motorsports. Give everybody a character. Make them come out and do backflips and wear a clown suit and go drift. It'll be entertaining, it'll be awesome.
Ultimately, we want to create a culture that's here to stay forever. That means that we got to create good, honest racing that people want to watch and it's fair for everybody. And the culture will just keep growing all by itself then.
I'm just really happy to be a part of this, and this is what I want to do right now, so I'm doing it.